Hello, welcome back to my channel. Another day, another week, right? I hope all is well. Hope you're loving yourself and I hope you're letting yourself be loved. Today's video is a little different. I'm gonna let you see what my life looks like and feels like outside of just being in the room, you know. As you see, I'm prepping my under eye bags because I do be having those. So I be sleepy and genetics. Right now we're in my bathroom and I'm preparing for my first ball. And I don't mean like Bridgerton gown type of ball. I mean Pose Electra type of ball, if you feel me. Yeah, I'm excited. This is a part of the Kiki scene. If you don't know, Kiki is like right before you go mainstream, like to the big grander balls, like we're talking like the latex ball, all those type of things, before you join a mainstream house. This is how you really get your tens and your name in conversations and how you get practice. Though I am in a Kiki and a mainstream ball, this Kiki ball will be my first ball. Why am I out of breath? I just got out of a hot behind shower, y'all. Y'all know how they be when especially you're doing everything, you're shaving, you're exfoliating. Whew. But yeah, I kind of want to show you a bit of my life because the main reason I joined the Ballroom house was not just the performance thing about it, you know, because I do need to get out of my comfort zone and learn to perform. I know how to perform. I'm a dancer, classically trained, all that jazz, literally. But there's been a couple things that kind of tore me down as far as my confidence. And I think Ballroom will help that, even though Ballroom is shaky AF. And if I can survive the gays in Ballroom, I can survive anything. Feel me? But I really joined Ballroom because I need a queer community. I mean, no one's gonna know I'm probably like queer unless I just say that, but you know, that's not really, I don't know. I do know that I have certain privileges that like my trans family, that my family that appears as a different gender than the one they were assigned at birth. I know that I have different privileges. But the thing is, I still feel certain ways, even though I appear differently, I appear basic AF. I still have my things that I need community and support for when it comes to queer life, you know? I kind of want to put on my makeup, but I'm not that good, so I'm not going to record that. So see y'all in a bit.
I didn't really get anything before this because we were late AF. Super late. It was super packed, so I could really only get clips of Best Dressed. Yep.
One. Y'all step back. Let's go get into it.
It is the morning after of my first official ball. I got chops. I got chops. Nobody told me the reason why yet. I was a little nervous, so that's understandable. I walked sex siren. I feel like it's because like I wasn't as, I guess, risque as some of the other girls. And that's understandable. It takes me a minute to get comfortable in front of people. And even at the end of the day, if I do get comfortable with these people, for me, to be a sex siren, it isn't all about humping and grinding. It's in your walk and your talk, in your aura, your eyes. And I feel like I don't have to come out of character or out of body to be a sex siren. And now that I see that, I'm like, is this the category for me? Although I heard that Kiki scene is very different from mainstream because everyone was dancing and humping and grinding. That was given, it was tea, but I was given direct instructions not to dance because they know I'm a dancer, just to milk it and sell my sexy. And I tried. I'm gonna put a clip in of me doing my thing right before I got chopped. Of course it does bruise your ego a teeny bit, because you spend all this time and maybe all that money getting your effect, which is your, you know, your wardrobe, your costume, whatever you're gonna wear down the runway. And I was so nervous, but I had manifested that for myself. I said I'm going to get chopped, and lo and behold, I did. I don't know. My category was, my theme was all black with a little bit of gold, and I just had on a gold chain and gold nails. Maybe that wasn't enough for the judges. Maybe they needed to see more, but I don't know. Hopefully they tell me the reason why. I'm not too bothered about it, but I'm a very logical person, and shit-ish has to make sense for me. I've already cursed. Why did I? It has to make sense for me, like, you know. And the math, don't be mathing, because they was chopping people for anything. But I heard Kiki is very fan favorite type of thing, and that don't bother me, because eventually I'm gonna become a fan favorite. Although I'm going to share my honest opinion about Ballroom. I don't know if I quite like it yet. I don't know. I don't know if I like it yet. Because I was, of course, warned about the shadiness, the messiness. That don't really bother me, because the life I come from, nothing can be shadier and messier than my childhood and the things that people did and said to me in my early 20s, late teens. And that's why I don't know if I like it, because it's like escaping some mess and going to some other mess. I don't care about being chopped. It was just the energy. Maybe it's because it's a full moon, but the energy was just off. And so many people were saying that last night. They were like, I'm over it. The vibe was so mean girl, and not even like the playful reading and chopping. It was just so mean, and people were getting mad at each other, and I don't know, that's for me. As I get closer to like formal initiations in certain practices and things, I'm like, this gonna be sensitive, making my aura read more sensitive. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this every few weeks or however. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to maintain in an environment like that, because I be like all about peace, and I don't know about putting myself in a situation that is intentionally chaotic, or intentionally putting myself in a situation that is chaotic. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I guess I'm gonna walk a couple more balls before I make my decision, although I believe it is helping me build my confidence, because I just shrugged it off and like, oh, chop, okay. But my house members, of course, they were like, what the F? Like, I'm like, it's not that deep. It's not even a money prize tonight for my category, so it's not that deep. But I am like, don't want to be spending hella money to be in rooms like this. Can I afford that right now? Like, financially and like spiritually, can I afford that? Because I have so much going on in my life. I'm working on so many things. And another thing, like, the ball was supposed to start at 5 o'clock. Started at like 8-ish and went to like 2:30-ish. And I'm not auntie yet, but I am older cousin that likes to be in bed because she got a script or a book or a project to write when she gets up in the morning. So if it ain't gonna be like that, because the first ball I went to, I didn't walk, and it was like that too. If they all gonna be like that, I don't know. I do know the gays like to stay up and party. Yeah, and I don't know, y'all. I love my people. I love my queer community. I love being around them. I love seeing their beauty, their energy, but maybe I find them in another way. Maybe I intertwine with them in another way. I don't know if it's ballroom quite yet. Maybe something happens and changes my mind. I don't know. Cause I hate waking up in a mess, just feeling like I didn't even drink or anything last night, and I felt like let me go wash last night off of me. Even though I did shower, y'all, but I showered again in the morning as I usually do. But like, not wash off in a physically way, but like, let me, you know. I don't like feeling like that when I wake up, because I've established a night routine or morning routine. Maybe I just gotta learn how to fit this in. But I hope no one in my house is watch this and be like, oh girl, you gonna leave us? No, it's just like, I have to see if this is worthy of fitting in my life at such a sensitive time. I have so much going on, and Ballroom is a lot. I have so much going on. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But anybody that's interested in getting a Ballroom, I say go. I say at least try it. I say put yourself out there, even if you gotta go as a 007 first to find a family, to find a house. It happened so quickly for me. I was in a Facebook group chat about spirituality. Someone posted about Ballroom, and I was like, oh, invite me. And then he was like, of course. And then he was like, oh, matter of fact, do you want to join the house? And he was just like, oh, you definitely giving category body and sex siren. And I was like, okay, let's see what it's about. And I love them so badly. I love them so badly already. I love going to practices, all that jazz. I love talking about life, being vulnerable with other queer people. It's amazing. But I don't know if Ballroom is for me. Maybe they need to launch like a social club or book club or something where I can just sit pretty and yeah. I think the thing is I'm just out of my comfort zone. Even though like I literally am a professional dancer, I'm really out of my comfort zone when it comes to Ballroom. It's so different for me. And I think I just got to get used to it. I think I just got to simmer down, because last night was pretty chaotic to me. And I'm usually a friend of chaos. I usually like chaos. You know, when it's justified chaos. I don't know if what was happening last night was justified. Justified was just so much. It was just so much. So as I'm looking at the clip, I can tell I'm a little nervous. Other people might can't, but yeah, I think I just wasn't doing all the other things the girls were doing. But I guess this is my version of sexy, so it's whatever. Okay, so y'all, I'm about to go get my day started, whatever that consists of these days. But since I showed y'all a clip, tell me what y'all think got me chopped. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, maybe my gold wasn't flashy enough or anything. Maybe it was, or maybe I just didn't give sex. I thought I gave sex. Maybe I gave more sensual more than anything. Maybe I'm realizing I'm not a sex siren. I'm just sensual. It's kind of like I don't know. I think I give it like a Solange type sexy. I don't know. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. I think we're going to start sharing more of my life outside of this room, this studio, because this is the studio where we record music in. And I'm going to go now. I love you all. Peace. Until next time.